God damn, what is it about Bunnings? People go crazy. Bunnings Mania. So within the last 12 hours, over 20,000 views on our social. This is the video, and we're going to talk about Bunnings and living around Bunnings. Why
Demolition
people
work
love
is
it.
nearly finished at an old Australia Post site on French's Forest. It's making way for a super-sized Bunnings warehouse. Construction of the 5-storey hardware store will apparently cost around $48 million. That's 3 levels of retail space for handy folk of all kind. Bunnings says the project will create close to 1,000 jobs.
Wow, what a project. And it's around the corner.
1,000 jobs. 1,000 jobs are going to be created over that Bunnings. Just one little Bunnings.
Yeah, and that's a huge amount of money for local, for local infrastructure. Great for tradies, great for homeowners, great for workers.
I've really been enjoying. So for anyone who doesn't know, I put a post up yesterday, and it just blew up. Last time I put the post up, it went. I've got over 100,000 views across. The TikTok was the one that went off in particular. We've actually sold to people in far north Queensland the storage units and warehouses that we've got for sale. All over Australia, people have been buying in here, and it's almost a little bit of a phenomenon. I wanted to talk about it today. Why? What do you think, Billy?
First of all, I'm a big Bunnings supporter. I love going on a Saturday, walking around if I'm looking for a particular item, and then grabbing a sausage sizzle on the way out. So I think it's one of those shops where we both agree it takes a lot of time, takes a lot of space to build, but I don't hear many complaints about a big Bunnings store going in. People seem to love it.
You know, it's amazing. I think it represents. It's very Australian. I think it's a happy place. You can take your kids, you can take your parents, you can take your partner. There's something. There's something for everyone. It's probably got to be the happiest store that you can actually go to around.
Some of them have a little cafe in them. Some of them have a kids play area. So you really can spend a good couple of hours there if you want to leave some family members on one side and go and get your other bits. Is great. And obviously, as a tradesperson, you've got special access. You can pull in with your big utes and your big vans, grab your bits and go. And that's where I think the storage units are being so popular, because they're next door.
So guys and girls, you know, that I guess that's. I want to talk about Bunnings in general more so today, but I do want to talk about the one that we're getting built on the northern beaches. I had a comment last night on my TikTok saying that it's a 20,000 metre squared Bunnings. It's 4 to 5 levels. It has 500 car spaces. It's on a very, very large holding of land. I believe it's about a 25,000 metre square block of land. And one of the comments on there was, if it was a government project, it would have cost 10 times the value. How can you build such a massive store for $48 million? It's a $48 million build, and anyone else building something like that would be, if it was a government project like a hospital or any government initiative, it would have been a shit ton more. What I'm also interested in, Billy, is how can they possibly want another Bunnings to go into the northern beaches when there's already so many Bunnings stores?
Yeah, it's a good question. I think when we spoke about that off air, it's a case by case scenario where if they don't do it, someone else will. There's obviously a couple of competitors in this marketplace, but the likes of Mitre 10 and some of the other big hardware, companies, they all want a foot in that door as well. And so the branding and the position for the northern beaches makes sense. I think from an investment point of view, because that French's Forest and Lambie area really is the heart of the northern beaches. Like when you look at it on a map, the likes of Brookvale and Cromer, or Manlyvale, where these other sort of hardware general stores are located, you then got to take another 10-minute diversion off your route. But that central pocket of French's Forest, the Landby, is 15 minutes everywhere. Manly, Chatswood, North Sydney. If you need to get back out through West Coast Parkway down to Narrabeen, it's the centre of the universe.
Can we take another look at that video, because it only goes for a couple of seconds, and have a look at the storage unit, the storage units and warehouses we're getting built right across the road, because that's that montage, that's that 3D model at the bottom of what we're watching here.
Demolition work is nearly finished at an old Australia Post site on French's Forest. It's making way for a super-sized Bunnings warehouse. Construction of the 5-storey hardware store will apparently cost around $48 million. That's 3 levels of retail space for handy folk of all kind. Bunnings says the project will create close to 1,000 jobs.
1,000
This is
jobs.
amazing. 1,000 jobs. Huge.
1,000 jobs. I still can't believe it. So it's the happiest place on earth. It's like Disneyland for adults. You can improve the value of your home just by walking into Bunnings. When I say improve the value, it can be an emotional value, it can be actual physical value. It just makes your home better. So people like going there. They're buying landscaping. They're buying DIY stuff in your Bunnings. Now, I think strategically what you said before, Billy, was really important. This is at the centre of a lot of population. It's 10 minutes to Manly, it's 10 minutes to DY, it's 10 minutes to Vale, it's 15 minutes to Chatswood. So strategically, it is a genius place to put a massive store like this in. That's why it's the biggest store in Australia that's going in to there.
Yeah.
Now, we've got a clever developer. And this clever developer has decided to build warehouses across the road from this store. And they've decided to build storage units, which are 2-storey garages, double length, double width in some circumstances, where you can put 2 cars, stack your cars too high. I think it's a genius location, not only because it's opposite the Bunnings, so tradies will use it as storage. People will love it because it's central. But I think it's also genius. Exactly the reason why Bunnings has gone for that location is exactly why these will be very good warehouses and these will be very good storage units we've got for sale. Now, they're 198 grand. They've been selling like hotcakes. A lot of people buying stuff in their super because they got that money in their super, a 20 grand deposit, and they're 850 grand for warehouses.
Yeah, and I think people feel safe when they see the investment of someone like an Australian flagship name going in next door. It's not only that, but you've then got a lot of other commercial businesses along that road. So it's creating quite a vibrant little vibe down there. Coffee shops going in. It's going to be a lot of foot traffic.
It's very good. Raj got a question, how much? It's guys, it's the live show, so ask any questions that you've got. It's a $48 million build. It's probably a 50 million dollar land purchase. So they're going to be in it probably, Bunnings is going to be in it for probably almost 100 million deep by the time they've fitted out the store. So pretty cool. Pretty cool. So if you're keen, guys and girls, and you never know, people may have, I've had a lot of people buying stuff because they've got 100 grand in their super or whatever, 200 grand in their super. I've got a lot of people that are tradies and they just want to be close. I've got a lot of people that just want it as an investment because they rent really, really well. If anyone's keen to get into buying a property, these warehouses we got, you put down your deposit and you don't pay for they're ready in 2 to 3 years. So basically you don't fund it, you don't need finance approval until you're ready to settle, and they'll be ready to settle when they're finished. They'll be finished in 2 to 3 years.
It's a pretty good timeline for Bunnings as well, actually. We can have a grand opening all together.
Yeah, imagine that. Imagine that. Well, actually, there was a discussion with the developer. He was saying maybe we don't sell anything and we wait till it's all finished. The Bunnings is finished because the price will go boom. But he's actually left that money on the table for people who are buying now, technically.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, some of the stage 1 sales have been popular, but they are about 80% of the way through. So if you're interested, now's the time to give it a buzz.
We're going to do a sausage sizzle this Saturday at across the road from the Bunnings. So everyone's welcome to come along. We've got a 3D model of what's being built. What's being
Yep.
built, what our developer's building is storage units downstairs, warehouses upstairs. You can buy one warehouse for offers around the 850, 950 guide. You can buy one storage unit for 198K. Billy, you've bought one.
Guilty, I have. Yep. I like it because it's so central, and when you look at it on an investment basis, cheapest property on the northern beaches. As Bunnings would say, lowest prices are just the beginning.
It's true. It's true. There you go. Even look at Ray. Ray's got his deposit ready to go. But
There
all
you go.
seriousness, guys, this has gone absolutely ballistic. This building that we've got these for sale, it's gone crazy on the back of the whole Bunnings thing. They are very, very good buys. If you're interested, let us know. We'll send out an info pack. We all come down to the Sausage Sizzle on Saturday. We'll be there. Have a look over the site. Have a look over the 3D model. It will be built in 2 to 3 years, and you only put down a 10% deposit now. But back to Bunnings. Why are these Bunnings so popular?
It's all in the feel. It's all in the vibe. And if you can accommodate something for everyone, then that's where your supporters come from, I reckon.
So you reckon every good suburb needs a Bunnings, Billy? Every good district needs a Bunnings, you reckon?
Well, every Saturday I see these sausage sizzle lines, honestly, through the door. So they're doing something right. Everyone loves it.
They really are doing something right. I don't know. Like, I don't think there's a store. Oh, Costco I like. I think Costco makes me feel the same. But I think Bunnings is even more of an all-rounder.
Yeah. And the hats.
Do you
They
know?
give you free hats.
They give you the free hats. What time we're going to do a sausage sizzle down there on Saturday? We better decide that today. Keep an eye on our socials, Ray, because we'll announce when the sausage sizzle's going to be. I'm thinking in the morning or afternoon. I'm thinking around that 1 o'clock mark we may do, but stay tuned.
Sounds good. Thanks, guys.
Where's our Bunning? I want to roll out that Bunning song. These guys have really got it right. Even when you look at Masters couldn't compete. Woolies tried to have a go and compete against these guys and broke. Good brand.
Yeah. Great brand.
Well done to Bunnings. Congratulations, and I can't wait for the new Northern Beaches store to open.
Yeah, I can't wait for our sausage.
Then we're getting a brand new the first school in 50 years that's been built across the road as well. The new Forest High is going to be built as well up there, right next, like 100 metres away.
Yeah, that's another big site. That is government.
That's a massive site. Plus the hospital, which was was it a $3 billion injection over a 5-year period? That hospital up there. So French's Forest has had some really, and this isn't really French's Forest, it's more a Lambie, but it's had some big infrastructure built around it the last couple of years. My God.
Road upgrades again. I think there was another 300 million spent there. Huge one.
And I don't know if you've heard, but they're talking about a beeline bus going from Dee Why to Chatswood.
There you go.
Imagine that.
That'd be pretty exciting.
It'd be nuts. It'd be nuts. Have a good day.
You too.
See ya.